Hello everyone! Welcome back to Reading Through the Generations. I hope you're all doing really well and enjoying your September. As you can see, I am back home. I had a wonderful time visiting loved ones last month, and I thought in today's video I could go over the books I read this past summer in the seasonal wrap-up game I play. As I've said before, this is a complete copycat version of the game that the lovely Jenna from Chicky Bean Loves Books plays on her own channel at the end of every month. I rolled a 12 this time, so I'll be answering 12 questions. The first one being, what were your quickest and slowest read books this season? The two books I finished the quickest were Lady Susan and the Watsons, both by Jane Austen. I finished both of these books in one sitting, as the Watsons is an incomplete work and Lady Susan is a short novella. I've never read Jane Austen's Juvenilia before, so I really enjoyed my time with these immensely. Two books that I read the slowest were also the longest books on my summer read pile, and that was Poppy Show by Leonie Ross and All Among the Barley by Melissa Harrison. I really wanted to savor my time with these books, so I kind of read them slowly on purpose. The second question is a yearbook superlative, best couple, and I would choose Eugidie and Darwin from When We Were Birds by Ayanna Lloyd Banwo. Both Eugidie and Darwin are such complex characters. They're both very caring and sensitive, have a noble sense of justice, and are just all around very lovely people. I really enjoyed reading about their bond and seeing their relationship grow throughout the story. Question 3 is, which book had the best food descriptions? Without a doubt, this would go to Poppy Show. We follow Javier Red Shoes, who has been bestowed with the gift to flavor food with just the palm of his hands. And he runs a very popular restaurant on the island of Poppy Show where everybody has been born with some kind of magical gift. Everyone greatly admires Javier, as he is the machinist, which means that he's been anointed by the gods to prepare and provide the perfect meal to absolutely everyone on the island. This book is one of the most creative I've ever read, and I guarantee you the descriptions of the delectable food will inspire you to try out some new Caribbean dishes and or just order Jamaican takeout. Question 4 is, which book was set furthest away from your current setting? I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so the book set furthest away from me would be The Colors of All the Cattle. I believe this is the 19th book in the No. 1 Ladies Detective Agency series by Alexander McCall Smith. All of these wonderful books are set in glorious Botswana, which hopefully one day I'll be fortunate enough to visit. Question 5 is, which two books were the most disparate? I think the two books that I read this summer that were the least alike would be These Ghosts Are Family by Maisie Card and by Ash, Oak, and Thorn by Melissa Harrison. This one is a cozy quest story, and this one is a very dramatic, very tense, and often very challenging and difficult to read at times family saga. And although they both are vastly different, I enjoyed my time with both of these books, and they're some of the most memorable reads of the year so far. Next question is, did any book in particular remind you of any other books you've read, and explain the connection? By Ash, Oak, and Thorn reminded me greatly of Island of the Ants by Eva Ibbotson. She's one of my most favorite authors of all time, and I often return to this book every summer. By Ash, Oak, and Thorn reminded me of Island of the Ants because both stories follow absolutely hilarious and very charming characters. They both have major themes of environmentalism, being held accountable for your actions. They highlight the importance of teamwork, of friendship, found family, and just how to be a decent human being. They're both written for younger audiences, but I can see adults having such a fabulous time with both these books, I being one of them. The tone and writing of both stories are also not preachy or condescending whatsoever either, which I really appreciate. The next question is another yearbook superlative, best friends. And the two characters I see being as the best of friends would be Noemi from Preamble by Priya Heen, and then Edith from All Among the Barley by Melissa Harrison. Both Noemi and Edith are the same age, and they both see the world so they have common outlooks on life. They both have to leave school at a very young age in order to help the survival of their family, which is a sacrifice I wish no child would ever have to go through. They are both very intelligent and capable girls who, due to life circumstances, have to grow up very quickly. The next question is, share the books you read for your family's Tears of Joy book club. Well, for the month of June, we read By Ash, Oak, and Thorn. As I said before, this is a delightful quest story about 3 hidden folk who are the last of their kind, and they must set out on a journey to find answers that pertain to their survival and to the survival of their beloved friend. Then for the month of July, we read A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. This is a very profound novella about an agender tea monk by the name of Sibling Dex, who is struggling to find meaning in their life. And while off the beaten path, they meet an unlikely friend who sets in motion a series of life-altering moments for Sibling Dex by addressing several deep questions such as, what is it that humans need? Then for the month of August, we read The Buried Giant by Kazuo Ishiguro. This is another quest story set in 6th century England, and we follow several characters, the main one being a very loving elderly couple, Beatrice and Axel, who also set on a journey to reunite with their son. And they get stuck in this mysterious mist. It's not known what's causing this mist, where it's coming from. But this mist gives everyone who gets caught in it memory loss, which made for a very interesting adventure tale. The next question is, who was a new favorite author you discovered? Well, there were so many I discovered this summer. Let's see, there's Ayanna Lloyd Banwo, Becky Chambers, Melissa Harrison, Priya Heen, and last but not least, by any means, Maisie Card. I fell in love with all these women and their writing. Next question is, who would you say was the best supporting character? Well, that would go to Splendid Speckled Mosscap. I wish everyone to have a friend like him in their life. He is a wonderful listener. He's caring and supportive and very, very funny. None of your conversations would ever be dull or boring with Splendid Speckled Mosscap. Next question is, cast a book as a film. Well, I would be so pleased if When We Were Birds was made into a film, because it is full of suspense, mystery. It's about forgiveness, justice, parenthood, and there's family drama intermingled in this story, as well as a little love story too. If I was given the task to cast the two main characters, I would probably cast Ruth Negga to play the role of Yejide. Ruth is a very talented actress, and I think she'd be able to capture the complexity of Yejide's character very beautifully. Yejide has this inner strength that she isn't aware of just yet when we first meet her. She's actually very unconfident in herself, but there is a stubbornness, boldness, very endearing quality to the way she carries herself. I can see Daniel Kaluuya playing the role of Darwin, because I think he'd be able to portray the sensitivity and quiet strength that is so prevalent in the character of Darwin. Then the final question is, choose a book and pair it with a film. When I read The Buried Giant, it gave me similar vibes to when I watched The Green Knight. The setting has a great deal to do with their similarity. They both take place in the time of King Arthur and the Round Table. They are both quest stories full of fantasy, mystery, endearing love, and they also have some philosophy to them, as they both touch upon the meaning of life. So that is it for my seasonal summer wrap-up game. Thanks so much for spending some of your day with me. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not quite yet, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video from me. Take good care, everyone. Bye-bye.